Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Wesley.
All right, Ryan. Hi, Brett.
Hey, Wesley, is this where I'm supposed to be looking?
Yes, exactly like that.
Just here?
If you were to describe the trip to Alaska in one word, what would it be?
Fulfilled.
Illuminating.
I've debated on this, but I would say motivating.
What did you learn about the spiritual and physical needs of the people in rural Alaska?
While in Alaska, I learned that they desperately need God for their dark spiritual battles. In the literal sense of darkness, but also in the spiritual sense, it leads to a lot of depression and lifestyle choices that is kind of destroying their families. As far as the physical side, they need God to help for the pastors to be able to get to where they live because it's so remote. Some of them live an hour plus just by boat to get to them. So they need help getting around through Alaska.
Well, I think that they both go so hand in hand because Alaska is such a unique place that a lot of times you meeting their physical needs, which are very, very specific. I mean, they need food, they need firewood for almost half of the year and trying to stock up on that when you start to meet those big needs for such a big part of the year, it breaks down walls for more conversations of important things like our faith and what do you believe in. And so for people like us that was able to go and partner alongside people that are there every day, and they've been able to do that over a decade's worth of time, you see how the physical needs will make a way towards the spiritual needs. And really our job was very easy because of that work that was done over a decade's worth of time to where we could have fruitful conversations with people.
I learned a lot. I thought I knew more than I did, but one of the things that I did already know that was reinforced is that in a lot of places in the world, the work of sharing the gospel is a long labor that involves a lot of prep work, lots of plowing, sowing, and then eventually reaping. But we got to see how Jeff and Shelley and many of the other families in Tok and in that area have joined in a long work of getting the gospel to the people of rural Alaska and discipling them.
What was the most encouraging thing about the trip?
So some of the most encouraging things to me were my time with Shelley, which is Jeff's wife, along with some of the other moms from the kids who were at the camp, just being able to talk with them and share about everyday life. Being able to help some of the kids memorize verses and watching how excited they got because they accomplished that task. But one of the most encouraging things to me was watching our young adults on our team leading, getting along on the ground, playing games, and then listening to their daily devotions. I was extremely encouraged by our young adults that we have here.
I feel the same about my trip to Alaska as I did on a trip I went last year to Guatemala. I didn't feel like once we came home that there was no hope for people that were living there because we got to partner alongside people who live there, are boots on the ground, being the hands and feet of Jesus every single day. And so seeing their love for people, how they're meeting them every single day, and loving and serving them well, was an encouragement to me. So I look forward to being able to go back and partner with them again. I was able to preach at a church that one of the missionaries we support is already serving at, and just seeing some of the Athabaskan people who are believers and serving at that church because of his ministry and God using him was a great encouragement for me. And so I just hope and pray that I can continue to be like that here at home on a day-to-day basis.
I think the most encouraging thing about the trip was watching some of the families who live in Alaska, who have chosen to live there, whether it's Jeff and Shelley or the Dieter family or some others who have basically devoted their whole lives to ministering to the native people of Alaska. And that has involved, for some of those families, it's involved adoption, it's involved moving, it's involved just becoming an integral part of the communities there. And they're all in, they're committed to reaching their neighbors and that region for the gospel. And so that was probably the most encouraging thing, was watching them work.